Trashville Predators. You're hearing me right. After a rough night in Chicago, they come down and play Trashville in Nashville and beat them 3-0 with Drew Commesso in net for the second night in a row. Drew Commesso gets his first National Hockey League win, and it's a shutout over Nashville. The Hawks bear down, the Bears bear down, and the Cubs spent money today. You get a trifecta of wins for Chicago sports. Hawks win 3-0. Bears defeat the Packers in the playoffs, and the Cubs spend money. But this is a Blackhawk channel, so we'll get into it now. The Hawks played an outstanding road game over Nashville. One probably, I would say, it's up there for one of their best games of said season. They played phenomenal. I'm switching over to a hat, not wearing the mask the entire video. But man, Commesso, what a beaut. He was outstanding between the pipes in this one. Shots on goal per period and total. 7-9 in favor for Nashville in the first period. 9-12 in favor for Nashville in the second period. 5-15 in favor for Nashville in the third period. Total shots on goal, 21-36 in favor for Nashville. Yes, Drew Commesso made 36 saves on 36 shots. He was outstanding between the pipes. And, well, the Hawks went 1 for 3 on their power play to Nashville going 0 for 3. Hawks continue to show the special teams is rolling. This was a good team effort tonight. Commesso looked locked in. Kevin Korchinski looked much better tonight. They both had a massive bounce back in 24 hours in this one. This was a must-needed bounce back game, even though the Hawks are still dealing with the flu. I was like, who's even going to be in net tonight for the Hawks? Because they did call up Bresnoid from Rockford to back up Commesso. It wouldn't have been ideal to play Bresnoid because he doesn't have much professional hockey experience. And he just played last night for the Ice Hogs. Granted, it wouldn't have been ideal for Drew Commesso to play again because he played now 3 nights in a row with Rockford on Friday. No, Rockford on Thursday, Chicago on Friday, and Chicago again tonight. So 3 in a row for Drew Commesso, and tonight he gets his first National Hockey League win, and it's a shutout. The 4th goalie in Blackhawk history to get their first NHL win, being a shutout since, and the first one since Corey Crawford. A little bit of a parallel to Crawford and Comesso's careers. Crawford was a second-round pick. Took a while to get to the NHL. Commesso, second-round pick. It's taking him a while to get to the NHL. But 2 top-tier prospect goaltenders. And, well, Crawford turned out to be arguably one of the best top 3 goalies in Blackhawk history. Commesso still developing, but it's nice to see a victory in this one against a rival, and what you're battling for playoff positioning in the standings. With how the Hawks were when Bedard went down, I was shocked. Now that we're in a playoff contention spot again, but we have won 5 out of the last 6 games. They're playing good hockey. So let's get into this. In the first period of play, it was a lot of back and forth play. Commesso making some strong saves, and Saros making some strong saves for Nashville. But it remained 0-0 after 1. And it's a log jam. We go into the second period of play. The Hawks come out playing strong hockey. They were moving the puck well, getting into the dirty areas, and getting opportunities to score. They don't. However, they get a power play at 6:41 in the second period. Scored by number 59, Tyler Bertuzzi. His 23rd of the season on the power play, assisted by number 98, Connor Bedard, and number 55, Artem Lechanov, to make it a 1-0 game over Trashville. This goal by Bertuzzi goes to his office, which is that goal crease, and a beautiful pass by Bedard over to Bertuzzi to bury it. Hawks lead 1-0, and it remained 1-0 after 2. But there were some instances where the Hawks had to lock in and play hard hockey. Nashville was keeping the Hawks on their heels a little bit, but the Hawks are able to hold them. And they go into the third period of play, where it was pretty much all Nashville, and it was the Drew Commesso show. Yeah, it was the Drew Commesso show in the third period of play. He stood in there strong. He was making some big saves after big saves, leading to a shorthanded chance for the Hawks to have to kill, and they did. And then they go down the ice and get an opportunity. And at 11:01 in the third period, scored by number 76, Nick Lourdes, his 4th of the season, assisted by number 98, Connor Bedard, and number 14, Kevin Korchinski, to make it a 2-0 lead for your Chicago Blackhawks. This goal by Lourdes was a beauty. A great pass from behind the goal line from Bedard up to Lourdes, and Lourdes snipes it top shelf past Saros. Hawks lead by 2 over Nashville. Then Nashville starts getting some momentum, moving the puck well, getting opportunities off left and right, and Commesso having to make some big saves and some timely saves in which he did not see where the puck was because he was getting screened. He lost his stick a few times. Wyatt Kaiser picks up his stick, gets it right back to Commesso. Then Commesso loses his stick again a few shifts later. And Nashville pulls their goalie with 4 minutes left. Hawks get stuck in the defensive zone. Commesso has to make a huge save to freeze the puck and get the Hawks a change. And well, with 2 minutes left in regulation time, the Hawks go down the ice for the empty net at 18:32 in the third period. Scored by number 20, Ryan Green. His fifth of the season on the empty net, assisted by Tyler Bertuzzi, to make it a 3-0 Hawks lead, and it was not over yet. Nashville was battling, getting some chances off late, and Commesso said no, and the Hawks get the victory, and it was Drew Comesso's first National Hockey League win and shutout. This was a fun game to watch. Then I had to stand back and not film the review until after the Bear game was over and the Bears won by a comeback. Man, this was a fun night for Chicago sports. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, Hawks win! Hawks win! And one hell of a performance, Drew Commesso.